Day 6. Blade. The next day. After a normal morning, I enter the living room to find a complicated breakfast table. Sorry, Sakura. I can't eat butter. Pass me that marmalade over there. Really? Tosuka-senpai, you seemed like you didn't like sweet things. Nonsense. No such girl exists. It's not that I don't like sugar, but I can't take it. If I let my guard down, I grow where you can't see. So I can only eat sweets once a week. I'm going to get so fat if I eat butter. But you're eating marmalade, senpai? I eat sugar in the mornings. I have to eat at least a bit, or the backlash later could get scary. I see. Even if you eat twice a day, it will get worse if you eat twice as much. That's right. Hey, I wasn't gonna say anything, but you eat a lot, Saber. You have a small frame, but you're eating as much as Sakura. Well, she is a spirit. I don't think it matters how much she eats. Is that so? I think I'm average. I believe the bread Sakura is eating is much more substantial than mine. That's not true. You, Tosuka-senpai, and I all have 2 slices of toast. Oh my god. The thickness. Saber is ridiculously observant. But the thickness is different. Ours are 1 centimeter thick while yours are 2, so you are eating a lot. You are in your growing period, so it's good to get energy. How about eating not just one, but actually finishing your share, Rin? I'm telling you I can't. It's not like I'm Sakura and all the nutrients go to my chest. If I eat a lot in the morning... If I eat a lot in the morning, it'll increase. I usually don't eat breakfast, so I'm compromising already. Tosuka-senpai, please don't talk about that in front of senpai. You say it will increase, but why do you avoid using specific terms, Rin? I think that's pretty obvious. Well, it's about those things you can't see. Oh, well, you can see Sakura, so you can have her out of this. So you can leave her out of this. Damn. So please don't talk about it. This is an awkward conversation. I take a bite out of the well-done toast. Perhaps my brain just doesn't follow what's going on in front of me. Wow, you are a dense motherfucker, aren't you, Shiro? God, I know I've mentioned how dense this guy is, but really, God. It's so obvious. Like, God, how can you be so stupid? But I'm eating toast and not joining the conversation. I mean, it's probably better that you don't, you know. Well, the truth is that there's no room for me to cut into the conversation. I guess I don't need to worry. Or I didn't need to worry. They seem to have a good relationship for now. Tosuka is the same as always, and Saber is more open than she was last night. Sakura is, well, she seems to be a bit resistant to Saber, but it doesn't look like she dislikes her. I'm worried that Fujine isn't here, but she should be here tonight. The shock last night must have been a big one. Well, she will probably come and eat dinner, so I think I think she'll have calmed down by then. I don't think so. Knowing her, she probably hasn't. Breakfast ends, and I start cleaning up. Senpai, is it really okay leaving all the cleaning up to you? Yeah, I'll do it. You have a club to go to. There was that incident yesterday, so you should go. Yes, then I'll go on ahead, Senpai. Sakura bows also to Tosuka and leaves the living room in a hurry. That leaves the three of us. Which means, once Sakura leaves, the three of us who know the secret remain. Then I shall excuse myself as well. Please call for me if you need anything. See ya, Saber. I'll look after Shiro, so please take care of this place while we're gone. Yes, please take care of Shiro, Rin. Bowing lightly to Tosuka, Saber returns to her room. Well, there's nothing to do here. So she must want to save her energy by sleeping, but... Jeez, does she only think about fighting? Of course, you should start to show some willingness, or Saber will lose patience with you. Even though her wound isn't healed yet, she's not one to stay quiet forever, right? A clicking sound. As she makes a scary comment, Tosuka turns on the TV. And there's more music from the... That's a track. That's from the soundtrack playing on the TV right now. And that's from the Tsukihime soundtrack. The news again. The morning news streams from the TV. I listened to it while washing the dishes in the kitchen. Well, the content is the same as the news I heard a while ago. They're saying there was another gas leak incident over in the Shinto area. That's stupid. That kind of thing is happening here too. Hold on. Did Tosuka say something really worrying? Tosuka, what do you mean by that? It must be the work of a servant! It's that the people are weakening with no obvious cause, right? People that have lost consciousness without an obvious cause carried off to the hospital in a coma. There must be a lot of them by now. There doesn't seem to be a danger in the victims' lives right now, but whatever happens in the future will depend on what the instigator decides. What? Wait. That is too many waits. Not only in the neighboring town, but over here too? Comes with no comas with no cause? Numerous victims? No, the problem is... Then you'd have the ancient aliens guy, like a picture of the ancient aliens guy, and he's not saying aliens, but he's saying, like, servants! Tosuka, are you saying this the work of another master? What else could it be? Please get used to it. You are a master too, you know.
なんで今まで教えてくれなかったんだよ、遠坂は。
That's true, but why didn't you tell me before, Tosaka?
こっちの件はそれほど簡単じゃないから。
This incident isn't as simple. The
学校
master
で
that
結界を張ってるマスターは三流だけど、こっちのマスターは一流よ。相手を死に至らしめることはせず。
I forget sometimes that there's voice acting in this and I need to shut up during it. The master that put up the boundary field at school is a third class, but this master is first class. He isn't killing anyone, he's just storing power by absorbing half of their lives.
そりゃ集めるスピードは遅いけど、その代わりに
I wonder if that means that their lifespan gets cut off
無
significantly.
理をする必要がない。
That would kind of suck.
このマスターは遠く離れた場所で、町の人たちから生命力っていう最も単純な魔力をかすめ取っているわけ。
Well, it is true that the speed is slower, it doesn't break the rules of Magi, and there's also no need to push oneself. This master is stealing the simplest form of magical energy, life force, out of people in the city from a place far away.
遠く離れた場所からって、そんなところから町中の魔力を集められるっていうのか。
A place far away? Can this person collect magical energy from such a distance?
よっぽど腕の立つ魔術師なんでしょうね。
It must be a really skilled magus.
信と富山、二つの町をフォローする広範囲の吸引なんて、大がつく魔術師の技だもの。
Both Shinto and Miyama City can only great magi can create an absorption that can cover 2 towns.
いや、それともよっぽど優れた霊地を確保したのかな。冬木の町には龍脈らしきものがあるって父さんも言ってたし、そこに陣を敷けば生命力の搾取ぐらいは簡単か。
Or maybe in the master is secured a superior spiritual ground. My father was saying something about a ley line in Fuyuki City, so if one took up a position there, it would be easy to collect life force.
ちょっと、遠坂。
Hey, Toshika.
父さんの書庫にそれらしい資料はなかったし、あるなら大師傅の書庫か。やだな。あそこ今でも人外魔境だし、できれば遠慮したいのに。
There weren't any references to it in Father's study, so if there is one, it'll be in the master's room. Oh man, that place is so weird even now, so I'd like to stay away from it if I can.
となると、綺麗に聞くしかないか。いや、ダメ。あいつに借りを作るなんてもってのほかだわ。
But then, all I can do is ask Kirei. No, I can't. I can't be in debt to him.
遠坂、おい。
Tosaka, hey. There's no answer. It's no good. Tosaka's immersed in talking to herself. I reached the school gate with Tosaka half-heartedly. The front gate has students arriving at school, and the school is starting another normal day. But still, there is an odd feel to it. I went through the front gate without noticing yesterday, but I can certainly see it if I look for it. How can I put this? It's so calm that even my instincts go numb.
本当だ。外と中じゃ空気が違う。甘い蜜みたいな空気じゃない。
What? You're right, the air is different from outside. It's like sweet honey. How can the air feel like sweet honey exactly?
シローにはそう感じられるんだ。あなた、魔力感知は下手だけど、世界の異常には敏感なのかもしれないわね。
Oh, that's the way you feel it, huh? You're unskilled at detecting magical energy, but you might be sensitive to disorders in the world. Tosaka ponders.
にしても甘い蜜か。例えるならウツボカズラとか。
But sweet honey, huh? Speaking figuratively, it's like an insectivorous plant.
なかなか言えてみようじゃない。
Yeah, that is a good way of putting it.
ウツボカズラ。
Not really.
そのイメージとんでもなく凶悪だぞ。
An insectivorous plant. Or insectivorous plant, excuse me. That image is really bad.
そう？シローの直感は外れてないと思うけど。だってこの学校、結界っていう蓋が閉まったら、中の生き物はみんな食べられるんだし。
Really? I don't think your instinct is off, because in this school, everyone will be eaten alive within the lid of the boundary field when the lid of the boundary field closes. Yeah, I guess that is somewhat, accurate analogy if you think about it. She sees through the aspect I didn't say, and I gasp.
やっぱりね。わかりやすいから楽しいわ、あなたって。
As I thought, you're fun because you're easy to understand.
ああ、そうですか。俺はちっとも楽しくない。
Whatever, it's not fun for me.
怒らない怒らない。シローの言いたいことだって分かってるから安心なさい。あなたは学校の生徒を巻き込みたくないと思ってるし、私だって。
Don't get mad. Don't worry because I know what you want to say. You're thinking you don't want to involve the students here, and I don't want to use this place as a battlefield, so there's only one thing to do, right? These are words to test me. Tosaka is telling me the Holy Grail War, the enemy I said I will fight against, the master who is willing to drag in innocent people in order to win, is at this school. We have established this, Shiro.
この結界を張ったマスターを探し出して何とかしなくちゃいけない。そしてそいつが結界を解かないって言うんなら倒すだけだ。
I know. We have to find the master who constructed this boundary field and do something about it. And if he isn't willing to remove the boundary field, we'll just beat him.
そういうこと。ちゃんと理解していてくれて安心したわ。
That's right. I'm glad you understand.
じゃあ、私は結界を張ったやつを探してみるから、シローは不審な場所をチェックしといて。
Well then, I'll go look for whoever constructed this boundary field. So you go check suspicious areas.
私も一通り回ったけど見落としがあったかもしれない。シローはそういう得意点を探すのに向いてそうだし、餅は餅やってね。
I already looked around, but there might have been something I missed. You seem to be good at finding these points, so I'll let you do it. Tosaka waves her hand and runs into the school building.
そんなこと言われても困る。不審な場所ってどういうところだよ、遠坂。
Hey, even if you say that, I have no idea. What kinds of places are suspicious ones, Tosaka?
だからあなた風に言えば空気が甘いところよ。
What? To put it in your words, somewhere where the air is sweet.
蜜がベッタベタに甘いところを探せばいいの。
Just look for a place where the honey is really sweet. I would love to see the reactions if there were students just like eavesdropping on them or just happen to hear what they were talking about. They would probably be like, "What the fuck?" She yells back, running. And Tosaka disappears into the school building.
あいついきなり走り出すなんて。
What is she? Running away suddenly like that? I don't get what she's thinking. Oh. The bell for homeroom rings.
そういうことか。って気づいてるならなんで教えないんだ、あいつは。
I see. Hey, why didn't she tell me that if she knew? I hold my bag and run full speed. After that incident yesterday, who knows what Fujine will say if I'm late. It's lunchtime. Even though it's only a temporary release from classes, the students run about the school busily.
よし、今なら歩き回っても変に思われない。
Alright, I won't look suspicious walking around now. I finish lunch in a few minutes and go out into the hallway. This is no time to complain that I've never done anything like this before. The battle has already begun, so I have to find the suspicious places Tosaka was talking about in my own way.
まずは人気のないところが基本かな。
I guess I should start with places where there aren't many people. Well, an hour until lunch break ends. I hope I can get good results out of this. I doubt it. After checking through the school building, I go outside just in case. There's nothing wrong with the ground or behind the school building, but this area is too different.
まさかここもか。
Could it be here too? There were several strange places inside the school building as well. Unpopular places like behind the stairs or within empty classrooms. But this place is different. Far from nobody coming here, this is a place people come every day.
どうして気がつかなかったんだ。
Why didn't I notice?
異常って言えばここが一番異常じゃない。
Talking about strangeness, this place is the strangest. I mutter, grasping my chest. This place is somehow suffocating. The thick wind and moist air aren't just strange. No, once I notice this smell, I actually feel like throwing up.
結界には起点があると 遠坂は言ってたな。
Tosaka was saying that there's a basis point for a boundary field.
何箇所あるか知らないが、最初の起点がこの辺りにあるってことか。
I don't know how many there are, but this must mean the first basis point is around here. Then there should be some sign of it. More ellipsis. It's no good. As I have no skill in detecting magical energy, there's no way I can see the sign that's constructing the boundary field. Phew. I guess I can't be helped. I'll go and tell Tosaka about this place and...
なんだ探し物かいエミヤ
What? Are you looking for something, Emiya? I turn around at the sudden voice. Standing in front of the deserted archery dojo is...
シンジ。
Shinji. Ikari.
いや奇遇だね
Because he's not suspicious at all.
だけど君もしかして見た
Hey, what a coincidence. I came because I had business in that area too. Did you happen to see it? With a grin, Mato Shinji asks this happily.
見たって何を？別にここには何もないぞ。
See what? There's nothing here.
ああやっぱり見たのかなるほどね君が遠坂と一緒にいた理由はそれか
Oh,
そうだよね
so you did see it.
マスター同士手を組んだ方が効率がいいもの
I see. So that's why you were with Tosaka. That's right. It's more efficient to join up with other masters.
シンジ。
Shinji, you...
そう警戒するなよエミヤ僕と君の仲だろお互い隠し事はなしにしようじゃないか
Don't guard yourself too much, Emiya. It's you and me. Let's not hide anything from each other.
君が何を連れているかは知らないけど君もマスターなんていうひどい役目を押し付けられたんだ
I don't know who you have, but you were forced into this ugly role of master too, right? Shinji states it clearly without holding anything back. That he, Mato Shinji, is also a master.
まさかお前がマスターなのか。
Could it be you're a master, Shinji? Somehow.
そうだって言ってるだろ
That's what I'm telling you.
ああでも勘違いはしないでくれ僕は誰とも争う気はないそりゃ襲われたら殺し返すけど手を出されないうちは黙ってるさほらこの辺りエミヤっぽいだろ僕も
Oh, but don't get it wrong. I don't intend to fight with anyone. Well, I'll certainly retaliate with deadly force if I'm attacked, but I won't do anything when nothing's done to me. See, I'm like you in that regard, right? Shinji laughs. From his words, there seemed to be no doubt that Shinji's a master, but...
まあこっちもエミヤがマスターだって知って驚いてるんだ意外なのはお互い様ってことで少し話し合わないか
Well, I'm also surprised to find out that you're a master. Let's call us equal in that regard. So, do you want to discuss something?
話し合う。それは構わないが。何を
Discuss.
話し合うって言うんだ。
I don't mind, but discuss what?
そりゃ今後のことさ
About what we do now.
さっきも言ったけど僕は戦うつもりはないけど他はそうでもないんだろならさいつか来る災難に備えておかないと不安じゃないか一人じゃ不安だけど二人ならなんとかなると思わない
Like I said earlier, I have no intention of fighting, but others aren't the same, right? I feel uneasy unless I prepare for future misfortunes. It's troubling alone, but don't you think something would be possible with the two of us? So in other words, Shinji is asking me to cooperate with him.
まこんなところで話をするのもなんだろ誰に聞かれるともわからないし場所を変えよう
Well, let's not talk about it here. Or, let's not talk here. We don't know if someone might overhear us, so let's go somewhere else.
そうだね僕の家がいいあそこなら遠坂の目も届かないし襲われても安心だ
Yeah, my place would be good. Tosaka won't be able to notice, and it's safe even if we're attacked.
場所を変えるって何言ってんだ昼休みももう終わるし
What are you talking about? Lunch break is almost over, so if you have...
バカ授業なんてサボればいいじゃんほら いいから行こ
Oh my god.
う。エミヤがマスタ
How
ー
dare you suggest such a thing? Skipping
あま
classes?
り水を差さないでよね。
Are you stupid? We can skip classes. Let's go, Emiya. I'm happy to know that you're a master, so don't alienate me too much.
そんなわけにいくか。授業を抜け出したら不審に思われるだろう。
I can't do that. People would be suspicious if we skip classes.
ち融通が利かないやつだな。ああ、そうか。
Damn, you're really stubborn. Oh, I see.
それはそうだよね。普通は警戒する。
You're right. People would normally stay safe.
けど安心しなよ。何があってもこっちから仕掛けることはないさ。
Lies.
ほら
Lies and
僕が騙し討ちなん
blasphemy.
かするように見えるかい？
But don't worry, I won't attack you no matter what. See, do I look like someone who would attack you from behind? Yeah, you really do.
そうか。確かにおいそれとはついていけないな。それは。
Oh, I see. You're right, I certainly can't just follow you.
まあいいさ。そっちだってサーバントを連れてるんだろ。そんな危ない相手に喧嘩なんて仕掛けないよ。
Well, it's alright. You have a servant with you too. I won't pick a fight against such a dangerous opponent. Does Shinji think I have Saber with me? No, that's wrong. Shinji couldn't see a servant in spirit form. That's why he's wrongly guessing that I have Saber with me right now.
い
It's
いから
probably a
行くよ
good thing.
遠坂に見つかったら僕も君もただじゃ済まないんだから。
Let's just go. It'll be no good if Tosaka finds us. Saying that, Shinji starts to walk away. I guess I have to follow him. I'm interested in what Shinji has to say, so I'll skip the afternoon classes. Oh god. Shiro, what if you were walking into a trap? We go up the hill road. The western-style house is on the opposite side to my house. I guess Tosaka's house is at the top, but I recall that Mato's house is on the back, as if avoiding public eyes. It's an amazing building as always. I came here to play a few times during middle school, but I haven't even been near it recently. I haven't been invited since I became estranged from Shinji, and most of all, Sakura didn't like me coming to this house. Even though it's daytime, it's dim inside the house. This building is made so that the sunlight cannot enter it, and there aren't many lights in here. I'm exaggerating, but you'd walk into the wall if you're not used to this place.
エミヤ、こっちだ。今にいるから早く来いよ。
Emiya, this way. I'm in the living room. I don't know when he went in, but I can hear Shinji's voice from the inner room. Even though it's been a year, my body still remembers this place, and I make my way to the living room without getting lost. There's no kind of light in the living room either. The curtains are closed, and the sunlight is blocked off. There are no artificial lights in the living room as dark.
エミヤ、こっちだ。
Emiya, over here. Yeah, because this isn't, suspicious or anything like that. I wouldn't exercise any sort of caution. Place is completely dark. Don't worry about it, Shiro. It's fine. I look over in the direction of the voice. There's Shinji sitting in a chair and... a figure of a woman like crystallized darkness.
紹介しよう。僕のサーバント、ライダーだ。
Let me introduce her. This is my servant, Ryder. I feel a chill. It's so bad that the back of my neck hurts like it's been slashed.
二人だけで話をするんじゃなかったのか。シンジ。
Weren't we gonna talk with just the two of us, Shinji? I back up a bit and manage to say that.
やだな。用心だよ。エミヤが襲いかかってきたら怖いからね。
Oh no,
ライダーには
it's
す
just a
ぐ近くにいて
precaution.
もらわないと。
I'd be scared if you just came and attacked me, so I have to have Ryder by my side. Stretching his hand out, Shinji touches his black servant, Ryder. He caresses her from the waist down to... What? What? He caresses her from the waist down to her thighs, as if tasting them. Wow, okay. I'm just gonna sexually molest my servant. Be right back. Ryder doesn't move at all. She stands there like a statue and keeps watch on me with her covered eyes. It can't just be an illusion that it feels like she sees even my fingertips shivering.
人を連れてきてそれか。用心深いにも程があるんじゃないのか。
You're a creepy motherfucker 24/7, aren't you, Shinji? You're like this even when you've invited someone? Aren't you being a little too wary, Shinji?
冗談だってば。エミヤはそういうのができるやつじゃないって分かってるよ。
Come on, it was just a joke. I know you can't do anything like that.
まあ、けどお前のサーバントは別だからね。僕だってこいつをしつけるのには苦労したんだ。サーバントがマスターの命令に従わないってのは珍しいことじゃないだろ。
But your servant is a different story.
これはちょっとした牽制だと思ってくれ。
Even I had trouble training mine. It's not unusual for a servant not to obey its master. So think of this as just keeping a small check on things. A servant that doesn't obey its master? Certainly, Ryder in front of me is different from Saber. Saber is quiet but not cold-hearted. But I can only feel coldness from Ryder. A human lacking humanity. A black figure like discolored blood. She doesn't seem like a servant or a heroic spirit. She's just so inorganic, with no sense of likeness.
ライダーは俺のサーバントへの牽制か。あんまりいい気分じゃないな。
Ryder's a way to keep a check on my servant? I don't feel too good about that. I wouldn't feel too good about any of this if I were in his position. Sorry, I'm just a novice. So I'm not experienced like you are. Forgive me for that.
俺だって慣れているわけじゃないけどな。
It's not like I'm experienced either.
そうなのか。
That is definitely an understatement right there.
なら君も呼び出せばいいじゃないか。その方がお互い理解し合えるし。
Is that so? Then you should summon yours too. We would understand each other better that way. And it's more fair too.
ああ、うんうん。それがいい、それがいい。ねえ、エミヤ。僕のも見せたんだからさ。
Yeah, that'll be great. Hey, Emiya, I showed you mine, so you should show me yours. So Shinji is wrongly guessing that Saber's with me. But there's no need to correct him on that.
断る。そっちが牽制してくれるならそれでいいだろう。
I refuse. If you're going to keep me in check, that's fine.
話し合いならそれで十分だ。
This should be enough if we're here just to talk.
何それ。あのさ。
Shinji comes off as a spoiled fucking brat. There are quite a few reasons for that, which you guys will probably learn in when we get to the Heaven's Feel route, by the way. What's with that? Hey, I'm saying I want to see it. I don't know what you're being such a snob about, but shouldn't you listen to me?
なら、話はここまでだ。別にサーバントの見せ合いをしに来たんじゃない。そんなことが目的だったんなら、ここで帰る。
Then our conversation's over. I didn't come here to show you my servant. If that was your plan, I'm going home now.
そうかよ。使えないやつだな。相変わらず。
Damn. Alright, you're useless as always. Shinji comments discontentedly and leans back in his chair.
いいよ。本題に入ろう。と言っても、話すべきことなんて一つだけだけどね。
Alright, let's get to it. Well, there's only one thing I want to talk about.
さっきも言ったけど、僕と協力しないか、エミヤ。マスターになったものの、聖杯戦争っていうのがどんなものか知らなくてさ。
Like I said before, do you want to collaborate with me, Emiya? I became a master, but I don't know about this Holy Grail War thing. I want to cooperate with someone I know rather than staying on my own.
待った。その前に、俺も聞きたいことがある。
Hold on.
返事をするのはそれからだ。
I want to ask you something too before that. I'll answer your question after that.
何？僕がどうしてマスターになったかってこと？
What? You want to know why I became a master? I nod. As far as I know, Shinji isn't a magus. I have to know how someone like that became a master, where I can't cooperate at all.
マスターは魔術師であることが大前提だと聞いた。俺も未熟ながら魔術をかじっていて、偶然サーバントと契約してマスターになったんだが、 シンジも偶然サーバントを呼び出して聖杯戦争に巻き込まれたのか。
I heard masters have to be magi as a basic prerequisite. Even though I'm inexperienced, I know a bit of magic. I summoned my servant by accident and became a master after forming a contract, but... Did you summon your servant by accident? And get dragged into this Holy Grail War too? If that's the case, we're the same. I won't easily be able to refuse his proposal of cooperation if that's the case.
エミヤは偶然マスターになった。
I think you probably shouldn't be telling him this, Shiro. I see. You became a master by accident, huh?
そうなんだ。よかった。それなら納得できる。
I see. Good. That makes it more understandable. Shinji smiles delightedly.
ま、僕も似たようなものかな。本人の意思に反してマスターになってしまった。という点では同じだ。
Well, I guess it's similar in my case. The fact that I became a master is against my will is the same.
けど、勘違いするなよ。
But don't get me wrong.
僕はマスターが何であるか知っていたし。
I wouldn't say it's against his will, I'm pretty sure he wanted to. Just judging from his character. I mean, I already know why, of course, obviously, but since I've played this before, but I mean, like, just judging from how this guy acts, I would already assume it was not against his will. I knew what a master was, and I've known about the Holy Grail War for a long time. The Mato family isn't like your family. We're a respected lineage of magi. The Mato is a lineage of magi?
聞いてないぞ、そんなの。
What? I never heard about that.
待てよ、それじゃあシンジと。
Hold on, then you and his sister Sakura knows magic too?
落ち着けよエミヤ。マトウ家はね、魔術師の家系ではあるけど、もう枯れてしまった一族なんだ。
Calm down, Emiya. The Mato family is a family of magi, but we're already dead.
マトウの先祖は遠坂の家と一緒にこの土地にやってきたらしいが、日本の土が合わなかったんだってさ。
I guess the ancestors of the Mato family came to this land with Tosaka's family, but didn't adapt to the land here.
代を重ねるごとに、魔術回路ってやつ？それが減っていって、僕が生まれた時にはもうマトウの血筋は一般人に戻ってしまったそうだ。
Down to the generations. What's that thing? The magic circuit? That thing faded, and by the time I was born, the Mato blood had returned to that of an ordinary person's.
だから、マトウの人間は魔術師じゃない。昔魔術師であった家系
So the members of the Mato family aren't magi. We're just a family that used to be magi.
昔は魔術師だった。
Or we're just a family that used to be magi.
それじゃあ、今は知識だけが残っているのか。
You guys were magi? Then only the knowledge remains?
ああ、残念ながらね。けど、魔術回路がなくなったって、魔術を学ぶことに変わりはない。マスターのことも、聖杯戦争のことも、調べればすぐに分かった。突然マスターに選ばれて、こうやって落ち着けるのも、先代の教えがあったからなのさ。
Yeah, unfortunately. But even if we don't have the magic circuits, that doesn't change the fact that we're studying magic. It was easy to find out about the Masters in the Holy Grail War with a bit of research. I'm able to relax even after suddenly being chosen as a master, because of the teachings of the previous generations. I see. I became a master and understood the Holy Grail War because of Tosaka. Similarly, Shinji understood his situation because of the literature passed down his family.
つまり、シンジは魔術の知識だけを教えられてきたんだな。なら、さくらも同じように魔術を習ってきたのか。
So in other words, you were taught just the knowledge of magic. Then did Sakura learn magic as well?
はあ、はあ、もう本当に何も知ら
No,
ない
he
んだ
really doesn't.
君。
Huh? Jeez, you really don't know anything, do you? Look, it probably doesn't matter to you since your family is hybrid.
いいかい？古い家柄の魔術師は一人にしか秘術を伝えないんだ。子供が二人いたら跡取りにするのは長男だけだよ。
But a magus of an old lineage only teaches his secret arts to one. If there are two children, you only make the eldest son the successor.
一つのものを二つに分けたら 力が薄まるだろ。
You get less power if you separate something into two, right?
10の魔術を一つの結晶にして残していき、血をより濃くしていくのが魔術師だ。いくら肉親だからって安売りはしないのさ。
Magi place 10 magics into one crystal and leave them behind to create a stronger blood. We don't make exceptions just because someone is from our family.
だから魔術師の家系はね、跡取り以外に魔術は教えない。後継者に選ばれなかった子供は自分の家が魔術を学ぶものだと知らずに育てられるか養子に出すっていうのがセオリーなのさ。
So a family of magi doesn't teach a magic to anyone other than their successors. It's common for the children who aren't chosen as the successor to be raised without knowing that their family studies magic, or they are to be given out for adoption.
そうか。それならよかった。
I see. Thank God then. I'm glad. Sakura is a girl who should stay in a peaceful world without magic. I can't let her get involved in a battle that forces you to kill others without reason.
さあ、これでは
Oh, the spoilers I wish I could spoil for you guys here. Well, now you know, Emiya.
僕はマスターになったものの魔術には疎い。
Even though I became a master, I'm not experienced with magic.
君はそうだね。少しは使えるって言うけど、知識の方は素人同然だ。
Let's see, you say you can use a bit, but your knowledge is that of an amateur.
ほら、ちょうどいいと思わないか。勝手にマスターにさせられた者同士、協力しようよ。
See? Don't you think we're a good combination? Let's cooperate since both of us became masters against our will.
それは構わないが、確認するけど、それは身を守る
Oh
ためだ。
god, Shiro, don't do this. I don't mind that, but just make sure it's just to protect yourself, right, Shinji?
いや、
Or but just to make
それ
sure.
もあるけど、まずは当面の敵を叩かないとまずいんじゃない？僕、なんか彼女から目の敵にされてるみたいだ。
No, there's that, but we have to attack the enemy right in front of us first. It seems she considers me her enemy.
目の敵にされてる？まさかお前、それ遠坂のこと言ってるのか？
Considers you an enemy? You mean Tosaka?
そんなの決まってるじゃないか。そうでもなければ僕を邪険にするものか。
Of course. She wouldn't be so unkind to me if that weren't the case.
いいか、あいつは他のマスターを許さないやつだぞ。そんなの一緒にいるエミヤだってわかるだろ。
Look, she's the type that won't forgive other masters. You should know that by now if you've been with her.
けどさ、何の物好きか知らないけど、遠坂は君に気を許している。あの隙のない女がだぜ。
I don't know what the reason is, but she lets her guard down when she's with you. I don't know why, but that perfect girl has her guard down.
ほら、倒すには絶好の機会だと思わない？
Don't you see that it's a great opportunity to defeat her? Saying that, Shinji puts out his hand as if asking for a handshake. I won't cooperate with such an approach. No, I can't. If Shinji really wants to protect himself, he should talk to Tosaka too, not just me. And
シンジ、聖杯戦争を管理している奴がいるのは知ってるか？
Shinji, do you know there's someone who supervises the Holy Grail War?
ああ、教会の神父だってね。前回の生き残りだって言うけど、うるさそうだから会ってないよ。
Yeah, that priest at the church, I hear. They say he's a survivor of the last war, but I didn't go see him because he seems annoying.
僕は魔術
And he
師じゃ
likes to
ない
give long exposition
魔術師
speeches.
としてのルールなんて押し付けられるのは
Expository
面倒
speeches,
じゃ
that
ない？
is. I'm not a magus, so it's a bother to be forced to follow that Magi's rules. That's contradictory. If he wants to really stop fighting, he should go and see Kodamine first.
シンジ、学校に結界が張ってあることは知っているのか？
Shinji, do you know about the boundary field set up at our school?
知ってるよ。僕にはわからないけど、ライダーが教えてくれた。
I know. I can't tell, but Ryder told me about it. What about it? But Ryder
あ
told
れ
me.
はお前じゃないのか？遠坂は学校にいるマスターの仕業だと言っていたけど。
Isn't it your doing? Tosaka said it was the work of a master at our school.
ああ、あれは僕じゃないよ。確かにあの学園にはもう一人マスターがいるから、そいつの仕事じゃないの。
No, it's not me. There's certainly another master at that school, so it must be him.
遠坂は一人しかいないと言っていた。
Tosaka said there was only one other.
遠坂を信用しすぎるのもなんだけどね。ま、それは別にしても。
You trust Tosaka too much. Well, putting that aside, Tosaka is wrong.
遠坂が探っている気配は魔術回路ってやつなんだろ。
The presence she can feel is that magic circuit thing, right?
なら僕は彼女が感知できるマスターじゃない。だって元から魔術回路なんてないんだから。
Then I'm not a master she can perceive because I don't have a magic circuit to begin with.
初めからさ、僕は普通のマスターたちのレーダーに映らない存在なんだ。
From the beginning, we're people that go under the radars of the normal masters. I see. The presence of a magus, the presence of the command spell, they're both things activated by magical energy. Then, if someone without magical energy becomes a master, the only way to identify them is to actually see them. Tosaka's method of searching for people with magical energy would not only overlook Shinji as a master, but she wouldn't even notice him at all. It's because Shinji does not have the presence of a master that Tosaka is searching for.
そうか。そうなると、今遠坂が感知しているマスターっていうのは
I
他にい
see.
るんだろう。
Then there must be another master that Tosaka is sensing. I should go home and warn Tosaka about that. Then there's no reason to stay here anymore.
おい、エミヤ。協力の話はどうなんだよ。
Hey, Emiya, what about the cooperation thing?
それは断る。遠坂を倒すなんて相談に
I
は
refuse. I won't participate in beating Tosaka or anything like that.
第一、あいつは何もしていないだろう。
First of all, she hasn't done anything.
あいつとはいずれ戦うことになるけど、今は信頼できるし。
Eventually, I'll end up fighting her, but she can be trusted right now, and I want to trust her.
何かあってからじゃ遅いと思うけどね。まあ、そういうならいい。僕も君と同じく様子を見るさ。
I think it'll be too late when something happens, but if you say so, fine. I'll wait and see. Surprisingly, Shinji seems to have given up. He doesn't try to stop me from going home, and he doesn't try to make Ryder attack me. He's a really difficult person. He acts like this, but he seems to try to be fair in his own way.
なあ、シンジ。しつこいようだけど、さくらはお前のことを知ってるのか？
Hey Shinji, I might be persistent, but does Sakura know about you?
知らないし
Probably.
教えてやるつもりもない。マトウの跡取りは僕だからね。さくらには何も知らないまま。
She doesn't, and I have no intention of telling her. I'm the successor of the Mato family. I'll let her be my sister and not know anything.
助かる。さくらにはあのままでいてほしい。
That'll help. I want Sakura to stay like that. Huh.
そうか。そこまでさくらの心配をされちゃ、兄貴として礼をしないとね。よし。一ついいことを教えてやるよ。
I see. If you're worried about Sakura that much, I should thank you as her brother. Alright then, I'll tell you something good, Emiya.
誰だかは知らないけど、マスターの一人は寺に巣を張ってる。
I don't know who it is, but one of the masters is nesting at that temple.
寺って、まさか竜道寺にか？
Temple? You mean Ryudo Temple?
ああ、僕のサーバントが言うには、山には魔女が潜んでいるそうだ。大規模に魂を集めているそうだから、早めに叩かないと厄介らしい。
Yeah, as my servant puts it, there's a witch up there. She's supposedly collecting souls on a large scale. So it'll be a problem if we don't do something about it fast. What? If that's true, that is the fifth one. And if that one is collecting souls on a large scale, there's a high probability that it is the cause of the story on this morning's news.
話はそれだけだよ。
That's all.
それじゃあレイダー、送ってやってよ。いいかい？エミヤは味方だから。
Well, Ryder, see him off. Emiya's on our side, so don't hurt him. Too much. So ordered by Shinji, Ryder approaches me.
いや、それは。
No, that's...
遠慮するなって。 家を出るまでは僕の責任なんだから。怪我をされたら困る。
Don't be so reserved. You're my responsibility until you leave this house, so it'll be troublesome if you got hurt.
ああ、ライダー。送るのは玄関まででいいからな。外にさえ出てくれたら、僕とは無関係だから。
Oh, Ryder, you only have to see him to the front door. He has nothing to do with me once he exits, so treat him well until then. Shinji retreats into the back room. I look silently at Ryder. Ellipsis. Ryder, covered in black clothes, doesn't say anything. But surprisingly, looking at her closely, I notice that she has clean features. The long purple hair reaching to the ground only reminds me of the smell of blood, but at the same time I understand it's really beautiful. She's wearing this outfit, so it's embarrassing to directly stare at her, but can it be that her outfit doesn't match her face? To put it in a phrase, she's a shrine maiden covered in blood. That contradictory appearance of one who is both holy and evil is this servant called Ryder. But are all heroic spirits beautiful? I think so while looking up at Ryder's face out of curiosity. Hey, Ryder's tall for a girl. Ryder must be at least 170 centimeters tall. This is no time to calmly observe Ryder. It's a problem to be alone with Ryder, so I should get out of this place quickly. Ryder really follows me out to the entrance. I wonder. She doesn't feel alive, but she might answer to me if I talk to her. Okay. Somehow this is a choice. So I guess we can either talk to Ryder or keep away from dangerous things. Let's talk to Ryder. I don't see the harm in it. Ryder, was it true what Shinji said earlier? I call out to her, not expecting a response. There's no change in Ryder. Her hair flutters in the wind. Right. Sorry for asking a stupid question when we're enemies. I raise my hand to thank her and exit. Then, I'm kind of also going by these. I'm also kind of selecting these choices from what I remember from the anime, but it's been a while since I've seen it, so I don't know. Because when the first time I played this, I actually selected the choices based on the choices that, or based on what Shiro did in the anime. Fun fact there. It was not a lie. It is true that a witch is up on the mountain. Huh? Ryder? Be careful if you are to challenge her. That witch knows men inside out. Ryder talks without interest. I notice myself getting drawn in by her voice and quickly shake my head. Thanks for the warning. And please take care of Shinji. He's always liked that, so please protect him. Yeah, he's always a snobbish asshole. I'm taken aback, but I manage a reply. That must have sounded funny. You must be a good person. I understand why Shinji is trying to have you on his side. Ryder smiles a bit and returns to the house after saying so. I descend the hill and return to the intersection. If I head up the residential district on the other side, I will be heading home, but there's a master at Ryudo Temple, huh? An hour's walk to the mountain. Taking the mountainside road, one can reach the mountain gate that leads to Ryudo Temple. The Ryudo Temple is a large temple up on the mountain, as big as our school. Its cemetery is large, but more than that, it's a small world made up of 50 practicing monks. The people of the town are helped by the people of Ryudo Temple, but they also honor it as a sacred place that is not to be visited lightly.
竜道寺に
Come to think of it, I haven't been to Ryoto Temple recently. Ever since I went there last summer to stay there as mental training. The temple's life gets really hard during the winter, so I was thinking about returning there during the winter.
午後の授業をボイコットした男がこんなところで何をしている
What is someone who boycotted afternoon classes doing here? Speaking of the devil or whatever, I run into Ryoto Temple's successor, Ryoto Issei.
よ学校もう終わったのか
Yo, is school over already?
終わったとも生徒会でやることもないので帰ってきたのだが何かあったのか見たところお山を眺めていたようだな
Of course it's over. I'm heading home since I don't have anything to do for the student council. But is something wrong? You seem to be staring at the mountain.
別に何かあったわけじゃないなんとなく家に帰りたくなっただけだ
No, there wasn't anything wrong. I just felt like going home.
なんとなくで授業を休まれては教師は商売上がったりだでなぜお山なんぞを拝んでおったのかと聞いているのだが
The teachers would be out of business if people skip class just because they feel like it. So, I'm asking why you were looking at the mountain.
ちょっとな伊勢一つ聞くけど最近さ
Well, you say it's a small thing, but have there been any strange going... anything... But has there been anything strange going on recently?
変動など左半時だがさりとて劇的な境地に至ることもなしお山は日々これ平穏しかるに平穏こそ日常よ
Well, change is common, but nothing has drastically changed. The mountain is always peaceful, and peace makes up ordinary days.
悪い伊勢真面目な話をしているんだ
Sorry, Issei, I'm being serious here.
失礼なこっちだって真面目だぞ
How rude, I'm serious too.
みたいだなならいいんだ取り越し苦労だった
It looks like it. Then it's good, I guess. Then it's good. I guess I was just over it. It was just over anxiety.
分かればよい俺がエミヤ相手にふざけるものか
Fine, if you understand. I wouldn't joke with you. With a cough. Issei calms down.
だが変化があるといえばあるのだが
But,
どうしたものかな
there has been a change, but I wonder.
変化って寺にか
Huh? A change? In the temple?
ああお山ではなくうちの空気が浮ついている親父殿の知り合いらしいのだが少しばかり厄介な客人を迎えていてなこれが結構な美人であるから始末が悪い
Yeah, not the mountain, but the air in the temple's restless. She's apparently an acquaintance of my father, but we've taken in a bothersome guest. It's a problem because she is beautiful.
まったく皆も女一人に何を騒いでいるのやら
Jeez, why is everyone making so much commotion over one woman?
女って竜道寺ってあのさんいたっけ
Woman? Does Ryoto Temple have nuns?
おらぬ訳ありでな祝言まで部屋を貸し与えているのだがいやこれが確かに美しい人でな井戸から水を汲む姿など俺でも目を奪われるほどだ
No, this is a special circumstance, and we're letting her use a room until the wedding celebration. No, but this person is so beautiful that it even captivates me when she's getting water from the well.
訳ありってどういうわけだよって伊勢おーい俺の話聞こえてるか
What do you mean a special circumstance? Hey, Issei. Hey, are you listening to me?
いいかだから女性はいけないんだ
Sexual repression.
女性は
Sorry. That is why women are bad.
色欲立つべし落ち着け一斉
Reject lust. Be calm, Issei. The student council president starts to recite Buddhist scriptures. Jeez, he's so serious, so he's hard to deal with when he gets like this.
もしもーし大丈夫か伊勢
Hey, are you alright, Issei?
問題ない修行不足なのでより精進したいと思う
No problem. My training is insufficient, so I wish to purify myself more. I guess he still doesn't hear me as he disappears into the back of the town. That's right, Issei, don't give in to those sexual desires, they're bad. The sun is already setting by the time I reach my house. I'm going home first, just like yesterday. Sakura and Fujine will be here soon, and Tosuke should be back too.
シンジから聞いた話はさくらと藤姉が帰ってからだな。
I'll talk to her about what I heard from Shinji after Sakura and Fujine go home. There's no point in talking about it when those two are here. That decided, I have to go and prepare dinner. Tosuke got me yesterday, and I have to try to put Fujine in a better mood. Cooking takes time and effort before love. If I'm to go for a sure win, I have to spend twice as much time. So, after all that, what happened is...
ふーんで何よ負けてないんだから
Huh?
登坂さんのバカ
What? I didn't lose, stupid Tosuke-san, bully!
ですから私が言っているのは料理の味じゃありません。その藤村先生曰く今までで一番美味しい夕食なんですからみんなに分け与えた方がいいんじゃないかって話
I'm
です。
talking about the taste of the food. It's the best dinner so far according to Fujimura-sensei, so I'm saying we should share it among everyone.
言ってることが違うと思う。
I think she's saying something else.
登坂さん、シローの作ったご飯はあんまり食べたくないって言ったじゃない。
Tosuke-san said she didn't want to eat the food Shiro cooked.
それは朝だけの話です。夕飯はきちんととりますし、そもそも夕食は私とエミヤ君との交代制なんです
That's
から。
only in the mornings.
私が食べるのは当然の権利じゃないですか。
I eat dinner like normal. We take turns cooking dinner, so it's my right to eat.
それが嫌だというのでしたら、明日からは藤村先生が代わってください。
If you don't like that, please take my place tomorrow. Sounds like you're being a sore loser, Tosuke.
的確に急所をついてくるその性格。くそ、こんなひどい教え子だとは思わなかったよ。
That personality that strikes precisely at my weak point. Man, I didn't think you were such a terrible student. Fujine reluctantly returns to the pot on the table. And so, the specially prepared rice returns to the table safely.
あのな、藤姉。今日は山ほど飯作ったんだから別にがっつく必要なんかない
Hold
ぞ
on, Fujine. I cooked a lot, so you don't need to hurry. I made enough for everyone. Munch, munch.
そうですね。でも先輩、これはちょっと作りすぎかなとか。
That's right, but Senpai, isn't this a bit too much? Munch, munch.
ええ。4人分のタレを2段重ねというのは
Yes.
明らかに重
Two
量過多
casks
です。
two casks for 4 people is obviously too much. Munch, munch.
タレじゃないおひついいんだよ今日のメインはご飯なんだから多めに作っても余ったらおにぎりにするから明日の昼飯にもなるし
It's not a cask, it's a pot, and it's fine. The rice is today's main dish, so there can be lots of it. If there's any left over, I'll make some rice balls and it'll be lunch for tomorrow. Munch, munch.
それ私の分もいい？私チャーハンは好きじゃないんだけど、これは別格。ねえねえ、なんかいろいろ入ってるけど、何入れたわけ？
Oh, can I have some too? I usually don't like fried rice, but this is exceptional. There are lots of things in it. What exactly did you use? Munch, munch.
基本的にはキノコの炊き込みご飯ですよね。油物を混ぜる代わりに柚子で香りを取ってるあたり、細かいです。
It's basically rice mixed with mushrooms, right? There are lots of details, like the way it's using citrus instead of fried things for its aroma. Munch, munch.
いいもん。こうなったら私一人で空にするんだから。
Fine, I'll eat it myself then. You watch. Fujine must have given up taking the pot for herself as she starts to eat it really fast. She empties her bowl quickly and asks for more in no time.
いいけどそんなに急がなくてもなくならないぞ藤姉
Fine, but it won't run out even if you take it slow, Fujine.
いいの。シローのご飯は私が食べるんだから。昨日今日やってきた人にはあげないもん。
That's fine. I'm going to eat Shiro's food, so I won't give it to I won't give it to some stranger. She snatches away the bowl. I don't get it. Oh my god. Sakura is smiling awkwardly, Tosuka is ignoring Fujine, and Saber is eating her food. I put a lot of effort to make this, but it might have had the opposite of the desired effect. The dinner that was supposed to have Tosuka admit defeat ends loudly because of Fujine's strange actions. Then, see you, senpai.
Oh. Fujine, Sakuraをよろしくな。
Yeah, Fujine, please take Sakura home safely. Yeah, I know, don't worry. Stepping lightly, Fujine holds Sakura's hand. What? Shiro, you look like you're wondering about something.
そりゃ不思議だ。普通、人間はあれだけ食うと身動きが取れなくなる。
Of course I'm wondering. Usually people can't move after eating that much. Are you calling me fat? Oh god, I could easily take that statement out of context and it would sound so fucking dirty. Really? It was tough, but it's fine once you swallow it. So you should realize the problem... okay, nobody's talking there. So you should realize the problem is that there's no limit to that, Tiger. Just as one would expect from Wild Tiger, if possible, I don't want it accidentally trespassing into human society. Then see you tomorrow. Don't stay up late, you two. Yes, good night, senpai. Yeah, night, Shiro. Oh god. I see the two of them off and return to the living room. I said I had to talk to them after dinner, so Tosuka and Saber are waiting in the living room with serious expressions. Thanks. So what is it that you want to talk about? About the other masters, there's something I want to tell you guys. Saber raises her brows a bit. As a servant, she must prefer battles where she uses her sword to these peaceful days. But her wounds shouldn't have healed yet. The wound on her chest made by Lancer's noble phantasm isn't something Saber can heal quickly. Thinking about that makes me hesitate telling them about Shinji. I feel the same way as Shinji. I want to avoid starting fights, and I think the girl in front of me is swinging a sword is a disparate image. Shiro, you have something to tell us?
そうだな。率直に言うとだな。今日、ライダーとそのマスターに会ってきた。
Yeah, right. This is something I should tell you guys. To put it simply, I went and met with Ryder's master today. Oh shit! What? Ryder's master? When did this happen? Ridiculous. Meeting with another master by yourself, what were you thinking?
待て、落ち着けってば。大丈夫。怪我なんてしていないから。
Whoa, hold on. Calm down. It's alright. I'm not hurt, so don't get mad. Do not get mad? No, I am not mad. I am only stunned by your actions. Me too. Well, it's no use arguing over what's done. So, what's going on, Shiro? Tosuka and Saber glare at me with obvious anger in their eyes. Jeez. I thought they would say something about me being thoughtless, but I didn't think they would get this mad. Well, you made a stupid decision, so obviously. I met him this afternoon. I only met because he wanted to talk to me, and it's not like we fought. I can tell by looking, so what kind of a guy was Ryder's master? What kind of a guy? Well, it's Shinji.
マトウの家まで行ったんだ。
He called out to me when I was searching for the boundary field. He said he wanted to talk to me and asked me to follow him, so I went to the Mato's house.
シンジって本当にあのシンジ？
Well, I don't know what other Shinji there is except Shinji Ikari, but you know, there's only one Shinji in this game. At least from what I know. What? Shinji? You mean that Shinji?
ああ、ライダーもシンジに従ってたし、聖杯戦争も知ってたさ。なんでもマトウは由緒正しい魔術師の家系なんだ。
Yeah, Ryder was obeying him and he knew about the Holy Grail War. According to him, the Mato family is a lineage of magi with a history.
ああ、それはそうだけど、そんなはずないのよ。マトウの家は先代でもう枯渇しているはずだもの。何があろうとマトウの子供に魔術回路はつかない。これは絶対よ。
Huh? Yeah, well, that's true, but it can't be true. The Mato family was exhausted in the last generation. No matter what they do, their children won't have a magic circuit, that's for certain. Tosaka declares so. If so, Shinji and Sakura really should be normal people without magic circuits.
ああ、シンジもそう言っていた。けど知識だけは残ってたんだと。長男であるシンジにしか教えなかったそうだから、さくらは知らないとか。
Yeah, Shinji said that too, but he said they still had the knowledge, something about it being taught only to Shinji, the eldest son, so Sakura didn't know about it.
要するにさ、俺と似たタイプのマスターなんだよ、あいつ。自分には魔力がないから、遠坂の感知にも引っかからないとか言ってたぞ。
In short, he's a master, rather like me. He said he doesn't have any magical energy, so he wouldn't be detected by your perceptions.
そう、まずったわね。確かにそういうケースだってあるか。魔導書が残っているんならマスターになるぐらいはできるだろうし。もうそれじゃあ私の行動ってあいつに筒抜けだったんだ。
I see. I messed up. There certainly could be such cases. If they have grimoires remaining, he would be able to become a master. Then, geez, my actions were totally obvious to him. I'm an idiot. Tosaka is mumbling, reflecting on her actions. Tosaka is close to perfect, but I think there are a few things missing. Unfortunately, they're the most crucial ones.
私のミスだわ。シンジのことはしっかりマークしておくべきだった。知っていたら結界を張らせるなんてこともなかったのに。
That was a mistake on my part. I should have kept an eye on Shinji. If I'd known, I wouldn't have let him construct that boundary field.
あ、いや、学校の結界はシンジじゃない
And you believed him.
学校にはもう一人マスターがいるんだとさ。
Oh, Shinji said the boundary field at school wasn't his. He said there's another master at school.
ええ、それはそうでしょうね。学校にはまだ一人。
Oh my god, you
私たちの
people are
知らないマスターがい
idiots.
るのは明白よ。
Yes, that's true. It's obvious there's another master at school who we don't know about.
けどシロ、あなたまさか
Yeah,
結界を張ってないっ
he's
ていう
pretty much
シンジの
doing
言葉
that.
を信じてるの？
But Shiro, don't tell me you're just trusting Shinji's word that he's not the one who constructed the boundary field.
いや、そこまでお人よしじゃない。シンジ
Oh
が
well, never mind. They might be right about that other master now that I think about it. No
あと
spoilers.
半分はまだ正体が知れないマスターだろう。
No, I'm not that good-natured. Well, it seems that way. As long as Shinji goes to our school, I think there's an even chance it's his doing. The alternative being the unknown master. But you believed when he said he didn't
そ
construct
の
the
時点
boundary
で大
field,
した
Shiro.
否定しだと思うけど。
Even, huh? I think you're still being very good-natured. I have to agree.
まあそれはそれでいいわ。そういう余分なところがあなたの味だし。だからこそシンジは正体を明かしたんだろうしさ。
Well, that's fine. That good nature is just the way you are, and that must be why Shinji told you his true identity.
まあいいわ。それでシンジと何を話したの？
Oh well, so what did you talk with Shinji about?
手を組まないかだとさ。シンジも戦うつもりはないらしい。だから顔見知りとなら協力したいって風だったけど。
He asked me if I wanted to cooperate with him. It seems Shinji has no intention of fighting, so he seems to want to ally with someone he knew.
シロ、あなたまさかシンジと。
Shiro, then you...
いや、断るだろう普通。俺もう遠坂と手を組んでるし。
No, isn't it natural to refuse? I've already joined up with you.
返事をするにしたって ちゃんと遠坂に話を通さないと。
Even if I were to agree, I'd have to ask you first.
それはそうだけど、でも断ったって言った？
Oh, yeah, that is true. But didn't you say you refused?
さっきはああ言ったけど、シンジへの返答は俺の独断でやっちまった。
Yeah, like I said, I answered Shinji on my own.
でもなかったし。
It wasn't something to debate.
それともやっぱり早い。
Oh, was I too hasty?
別にシロの判断は正しいんじゃない？まあ、あんた個人にお呼びがかかったんなら、私が文句を言う筋合いでもないけどさ。
Not particularly. I think your decision was correct. Well, if you were the one asked, then it's something I can then it's not something I can complain about. The way she mumbles so isn't like Tosaka at all.
シンジからの話はそれだけだよ。
That was it from Shinji.
俺の見た限りじゃ、ライダーもそう強力なサーバントでもなかった。
Might be underestimating her a bit there,
ランサー
Shiro.
より威圧感はなかったと思う。
From what I saw, Ryder isn't a strong
思ったよ
servant.
りまともだった。
Even putting Berserker outside of the picture, I don't think she had the same presence as Lancer, and Ryder herself was more normal than I expected.
マスターがそう実感したのなら確かでしょう。ですが、サーバントの進化は手にした宝具に左右されます。
If you think so, it must
ラ
be
イダー
true.
が何者であるか判明するまでは。
But a servant's true power is determined by their noble phantasm. Please do not underestimate her until we find out Ryder's true identity.
なあ、ライダーがどこの英雄かは全くわからなかった。ほら、ランサーとかバーサーカーはいかにも英雄って感じじゃないか。
Yeah, I couldn't tell at all which heroine she was.
どこか普通のサーバントとは違う気がした。
See, Lancer and Berserker feel like heroes, right? But Ryder didn't have that feeling. I felt like she was different from a normal servant.
普通のサーバントとは違う。
Different from a normal servant?
私にはわかりませんが、リンならシロの違和感が説明できますか？
I do not understand. Rin, can you explain Shiro's strange feeling?
ああ、理屈だけならわかるわよ。
Huh? Yeah, I think I understand.
サーバントがどんな英霊かは呼び出されたマスターに左右されるって話。結構似た者同士になるのよ、マスターとサーバントは。
Well, it's because the master influences which heroic spirit is summoned as the servant. The master and servant end up being similar people.
つまり、高潔な人物がマスターなら、それに近い霊格をした英霊が召喚される。逆に言えば、心に深い傷を持った人間が英霊を呼び出せば、同じように傷を負った英霊が現れるわ。
So if a master is a noble person, a heroic spirit similar to them will be summoned. And if a person with a huge scar in their mind summons a heroic spirit with a scar in their mind appears as well.
シロがライダーに感じた違和感はそれでしょうね。
The strange feeling Shiro had towards Ryder must be that.
いびつな心を持つマスターは、時として英雄ではなく、英霊に近いだけの怨霊を呼び出してしまうのよ。
A master with a crooked mind sometimes summons vengeful ghosts, almost like heroic spirits instead of a hero.
英霊に近い怨霊。それってまさか前に遠坂が言っていた
Vengeful ghosts, almost like heroic spirits. Could that be what you were talking about before?
ええ、血を見るのが大好
Uh-oh.
き。人殺しなんて何
Maybe that has to do with whoever's at the Reupload temple. Oh no. Yes, a mass murderer that loves the sight of blood and thinks nothing of killing people.
実際残忍さだけが伝承に残っている英雄だっているんだから、そういうやつがサーバントになってもおかしくはないわ。
Actually, there are heroes with only massacres to their legend, so it's not strange for something like that to become a servant. Is that so? Certainly, I could only smell blood on Ryder, but she didn't seem like a bloodthirsty killer.
まあライダーのことはそれだけだ。
Well, that's all there is to say about Ryder.
最後にもう一つあるんだけど、これが一番重要かもし
There's
れ
one
ない。
more thing, but it might be the most important.
なんでもさ、ライダーの話じゃ、竜道寺にもマスターがいるらしい。そいつは町中の人間から魔力を集めているそうなんだけど、この話、二人はどう思う？
According to Ryder, there seems to be another master at the Reupload temple. I guess this master is collecting magical energy from everyone in this town. What do you two make of this?
竜道寺。竜道寺ってあの山のてっぺんにある寺のこと？
Reupload temple? You mean that temple at the top of the mountain?
だからそうだって。なんだ、思い当たる節でもあるのか。
Yeah.
登坂。
What? Does it mean something to you, Tosaka?
まさかその逆よ。竜道寺なんて行ったことないもの。
Of course not. It's just the opposite. I've never been to Ryoto Temple.
どんなマスターか知らないけど、そんな偏僻なところに陣取ろうなんて思わないわよ、普通。
I don't know what kind of master this person is, but normally you wouldn't choose to position yourself in such a remote place.
だよな。俺も竜道寺にいるって聞いた時は驚いた。
Right. I was also surprised when I heard that a master's at the Ryoto Temple.
いくら人目につかないって言っても、寺には大勢の坊さんが生活しているんだ。怪しい真似をしたらすぐに騒ぎになると。
Even though it won't draw people's attention, there are many monks living there. If they can act strangely, I think there'd be a quick uproar. Or if they act strangely.
いまいち信用できないわね、その話。
I can't quite trust that story.
仮にそうだとしても、竜道寺って郊外のさらに郊外にある
Even
で
if
し
it
ょ。
was the case, the Ryoto Temple is on the outskirts of the suburbs, right?
そこから深山と神と両方に手を伸ばすなんて大魔術っていうより魔力の無駄遣いよ。集めた魔力を使ってもそんな大規模な術は不可能だもの。
To reach out to Miyama City and Shinto is more like a waste of magical energy than a great magic. Such large-scale magic is impossible even with the magical energy collected from it. Then, Tosaka starts to think with a troubled face. I'm relying on Tosaka's opinion, so there's nothing I can do until she talks again.
いいえ、シローの話は信憑性が高い。
No, that story is very plausible.
あの寺院を抑えたのなら、その程度の魔術は自然に行えるので
If
す。
one takes that temple, such magic would be naturally possible.
セイバー、あの寺院って。
I'm not sure what else she could be referring to.
まだ連れてったことないぞ。俺
Saber, by that temple, do you know of Ryudo Temple? I haven't taken you there yet.
忘れたのですか、シロー。私は前回も聖杯戦争に参加しています。この町のことは熟知していますし、あの寺院が落ちた霊脈ということも
Did
知っ
you
ていま
forget,
す。
Shiro? I have participated in the Holy Grail War previously as well. I'm well informed about the city, and I know that the temple is a fallen ley line.
落ちた霊脈？ちょっと待って、それってうちのことよ。なんだって一つの土地に地脈の中心点が2つもあるっていうのよ。
Fallen ley line? Hold on, that's what my house is. Why are there two foci of ley lines in one area?
それは私にもわかりませんが、とにかくあの寺は魔術師にとって神殿とも言える土地です。
I do not know, but that temple is a place Magi can call sacred.
この地域の命脈が流れ落ちる場所と聞きますから、魂を集めるには絶好の拠点となるでしょう。魔術師は自然の流れに手を加えるだけで町中から生命力を回収できる。
I hear it is where the life of the region flows to, so it would be a perfect base to collect souls from. A magus need only to intervene in the natural flows to collect life forces from the whole city.
そんな話初めて聞いたわ。
I've never heard of that.
けど確かにそれなら町の人間から生命力をかすめ取っていくこともできるわよね。
But if that's the case, then it certainly would be possible for someone to steal life forces from all people in the city.
要するに霊的に優れた土地ってことだろ。そんなの当然じゃないか。そうでもないところに寺なんて建て
In
ない
other
ぞ。
words, it's just an area that's spiritually superior, right? That's only natural. You don't build a temple anywhere else.
そんなの当たり前じゃない。言われなくても分かってるわよ。
Of course, you don't need to tell me that.
だよな。昔から寺とか神社ってのは神がかる場所に建てて町を守るものだ。坊さんは神仏に祈って幸を与えるんじゃなくて、鬼門を封じて災いを退ける。
I thought so. Temples and shrines have been built in sacred places to protect the sound since ancient times. It's not that the monks pray to grant happiness, they remove evil by sealing the ill-omened. On that basis, it's only natural that the mountain Ryoto Temple is on would be a sacred place.
おい、まさか
I'm
とは思う
offended
が
by that.
お前、竜道寺をお飾りの寺だとでも思ってたのか。
Hey, I don't want to consider this, but do you think that Ryoto Temple was just for show?
そうよ、悪い？今まであるだけの寺だと思ってたわよ。あの寺には実践派の砲術師がいないんだから。
Yeah, I did. Is there something wrong with that? Until now, I thought that temple was just for show because it didn't have any practicing healers.
実践派の砲術師。
Practicing healers? What is that?
度胸や心身祈願以外で霊を成仏させる連中のこと。
People who let ghosts go to heaven without using chance, faith, or prayers.
各社は神仏の力だけでことをなすそうだけど、修行が浅い僧侶は神仏に届かないから、私たちみたいに自身の力を上乗せして術をなすの。
Enlightened people try to do so with just Buddhist powers, but monks without enough training haven't reached that level yet, so they add their own power to create spells like ours.
そういう連中が集まって組織みたいになっているのがあるのよ、この国には。私たちとは相入れない連中だから詳しくは知らないけどさ。
There's some kind of organization of those kinds of people in this country, but they're incompatible with the Magic Association, so I don't think too much about them.
そんなことより寺のことよ。
No, more importantly, the temple.
あの寺が霊脈だとしたら、まず真っ先に抑えようとするのがマスターでしょ。
If that temple is a ley line, masters should try to take it
なんで他の
immediately.
連中はそんな場
That's
所を見
strange.
逃しているの
Why are others ignoring that place?
いや、だから竜道寺があるからだろ。悪用されないように見張ってるんだって。
Because the Ryudo temple is there, right? They keep watch so it doesn't get misused.
竜道寺の僧侶はみんな純粋な修行僧じゃない。
The monks at the Ryudo temple are all pure monks in training.
私たちみたいに外れた連中じゃないんだから、そんな人たちを丸め込むぐらい。
They aren't like us, so it'd be easy for a master to control them.
いいえリン、それは違う。確かにマスターならば、あの寺院を制圧するのはたやすいでしょう。
No, Rin, that is wrong.
あの山にはマスターにとって
It would certainly be easy for a master to gain control of that temple, but the mountain has a boundary field that is inconvenient for masters. A boundary field that's inconvenient for us?
はい。あの山には自然霊以外を排除しようとする法術が働いている。生身の人間に影響はありませんが、
Yes.
私たちサーバントには
There's a spell on that mountain that tries to eliminate anything other than natural spirits. It has no effect on normal humans, but it is a dreadful place for us servants.
自然霊以外を排除する。それじゃあサーバントはあの山には入れないってこと？
Eliminates anything other than natural spirits, then that means servants can't enter the mountain.
入れないことはありませんが、能力は低下するでしょう。
It is possible, but our abilities would degrade.
足を踏み入れるたびに近づいてはならないという令状を受け
It
るよ
is
うな
much
もの
like
で
a
す。
receiving a command spell telling us not to go near that place.
それじゃあどうやって竜道寺のマスターはサーバントを維持しているの
Then
よ？
how's the master at Ryoto Temple maintaining its servant?
いえ、寺院の中に入ってしまえば結界はあり
There
ま
is
せん。
no boundary field once you enter the temple.
元より結界とは寺院を守る境界線と聞きます。結界は外来者を拒むだけのものですから、それ以上の能力はありません。
I hear that boundary field was originally a border to protect the temple. The boundary field is only something that rejects people from outside, so it has no other powers.
じゃあなんとか中に入ってしまえばサーバントを律する法術はない
And if we make it inside, there's nothing that affects the servant?
けどおかしいな。そんな風に寺院を密閉させたら地脈そのものが止まるじゃない。せめて一本ぐらい道を開けておかないと地脈の中心点にはなり得ないんじゃない？
But that's strange. If you close the temple off like that, the ley line itself would stop. You would have to at least keep one way open, or it couldn't be the center of ley line, right? Or it couldn't be the center of the ley line.
寺院の道理で言えば正しい門から来訪した者は拒めません。その教えに従っているのか、寺に続く参道にだけは結界が張れないと聞きました。
Yes, if you think in terms of the temple, it cannot refuse those visiting through the proper entrance. It may be following on this idea, but I heard that the road leading to the temple does not have the boundary field.
あの寺院は正門のみ、私たちサーバントを律する力
At
が
that temple, only
働
the
いてい
main
ない
gate
ので
does
す。
not have the power to command us servants.
なる
Sure
ほど
they have some kind of a
全ての門
backup
を落
for
としたら
that.
中の
Hint,
空
hint,
気が
nudge,
入れる
nudge.
ただ一つだけ作られた正門か。
I see, that must be it. If you close off all the gates, the air inside will stagnate. Only the main gate, huh?
私が教えられることはそれだけです。
That is all I can tell you. Attack
で
from
は
the
結論を
front!
マスターがいると判明したのですから、 取るべき手段は一つだけだと思いますが。
So, please come up with a plan. We have proven that there is a master, so I believe there's only one action to take. I know what Saber wants to say. Her eyes tell me that since the location of the enemy is known, all that's left is to attack. But
私はパス。
I'm going to pass on this.
どうにも罠臭いし、正直それだけの情報じゃ動けないわ。相手のホームグラウンドに行くんなら、せめてどんなサーバントを連れているのか判明するまで
It
待つべき。
seems like a trap, and honestly, I can't take any action with this little information. If you're going to go there to their home ground, you should at least wait until you find out what kind of servant they have.
意外ですね。リンならば戦いに赴くと思
That
った
is
のですが。
unexpected. I thought that you would go and fight.
侮っても
No,
らっ
it's
た
probably
結果
better
よ。
to learn more about it first. I wouldn't think it's... Actually, this is kind of unexpected from Saber, because I think she's the kind of person that would want to strategize before just going and directly attacking. Go ahead and insult me. Archer isn't fully healed yet, so I'll remain a spectator for a while.
わかりました。それではシロ、私たちだけで寺院に赴きま
I
しょう。
understand. Then Shiro, let us go to the temple by ourselves. Saber says this as if it's a natural thing to do. But that's... Alright, well, more choices. Alright, so we can either fight or don't fight, and I think the sensible option would be not to fight. So we're gonna go with that one.
いや、俺も遠坂と同じだ。まだあそこには
We don't know anything about this, and we're just gonna go head on and fucking attack it, the temple. No, I feel the same way as Tosaka. We shouldn't go there yet.
あなたまで戦わないというのですか。
What are you saying? You will not fight either?
バカな。今まで体を休めていたのは何のためです
No way. What was I resting my body for until now?
敵の所在が判明した以上、打って出るの
Now we know where our
戦いというもの
enemy
です
is. We have to attack.
それは分かってる。けど待つんだ、セイバ
I
ー。
know that, but we have to wait, Saber.
竜道寺にいるマスターがそこまで用意周到なやつなら、絶対に罠を張っている。
If the master at Ryudo Temple is that careful, there will certainly be a trap. It would be suicidal to go there without any plans.
遠坂の言う通り、せめてアーチャーが回復するまで待つべ
As
きだ。
Tosaka says, we should at least wait until Archer is healed.
そのような危険は当然です。初めから無傷で勝利を得ようなど
Such
と思って
danger
お
is
りませ
normal.
ん。
I have never expected to earn victory without getting hurt.
敵の罠が体を貫こうと、この首を渡さなければ戦える。
Even if the enemy traps pierce my body, I can fight as long as I do not give them my neck.
どのような深手を負おうと、マスターさえ倒せればいいのではないの
It
で
is
すか。
enough if we can beat the master, no matter what injury I bear.
バカ言うな。怪我をしてもいいなんて、そんな話があるか。
What? Don't say such stupid things. It's never okay to get hurt.
危険を承知で行くのはいい。けど、そんな特攻は馬鹿げてる。俺はマスターとして、セイバーにそんな危険な真似をさせられない。
It's fine to go knowing the danger, but such a suicidal attack is stupid. As your master, I can't let you do something so dangerous. That's right. Going to Ryudo Temple is certainly a suicide attack. There will be some obstacle on the only road heading to the temple. Shiro actually is doing a sensible thing here, and Saber is the one acting kind of stupid. It's kind of like they reversed roles. It's fine to accept that and go, but heading there without any plans is suicidal. No matter how strong Saber is, she has me as a handicap. If she pushes herself and fights, and if that result is that, just like what happened at that time, I can't approve of that.
何を言うかと思い
What are you saying?
いいですか、マスター。サーバントは傷を負うもので
Look,
す。
Master, servants are meant to get hurt.
それを恐れて戦いを避けるなど、私のマスターには
I
許
will
し
not
ま
allow
せ
my
ん。
master to avoid a fight in fear of that.
ああ、許されなくて結構だ。セイバーが無茶をするんなら何度だって止めるからな。
It doesn't matter if you don't allow it. If you're going to push yourself, I'll stop you as many times as necessary.
それが嫌ならさっさと体を治せって言うんだ。まだ傷が治りきってないんだろ。
If you don't want that, heal yourself quickly. You're not fully healed yet, right?
戦闘に支障はありません。傷を理由に戦いを先延ばしにするなどと、 そのような気遣いは不要
It
で
should
す。
not interfere with my fighting ability. There is no need to consider prolonging a battle due to my wound. Saber's will to fight does not change. Jeez, why doesn't she understand even after I tell her this much?
ああそうかよ。けどな、そう簡単にうなずけるか。
Okay, fine, but I can't agree that easily.
以前だってそれでセイバーはバーサーカーにやられちまったんだろ。無理を通して戦ってまた俺もお前も友倒れなんてまだ
You lost to Berserker before. Are you going to push yourself and fight and get both you and me defeated again?
冗談じゃない。俺はあんな無残に殺されるなんて二度とごめんだ。
Don't kid me. I don't want to be killed that miserably ever again. So, I thought she would argue right back, but instead she takes a breath in.
それを言うのは卑怯ではないですか、シロ。
Bringing that up is unfair, Shiro. She says that as if apologizing.
卑怯で悪かったな。
I'm sorry if I'm being unfair,
とにかくこっちから仕掛けることはまだしない
but I
ぞ。
won't be attacking anyone yet.
俺だって竜道寺にいるマスターは放っておけない。けど俺たちは戦える状態じゃない。こんなんで戦ってやられちまったらそれこそ誰が
I
竜道寺
can't
のマ
just
スターを
ignore
止
the
めるんだ。
Master at Ryudo Temple either, but we're in no condition to fight. If we fight like this and lose, who will stop the Master at Ryudo Temple?
いいか、こっちから打って出るのはお前の傷が治って万全の状態になってからだ。
Look, we'll
そ
only
れに
be
文句があるんならさっさと他のマスターを見つけてくれ。
Look, we'll be attacking only after your wound is healed, and we're in perfect shape. If you have any complaints, go find yourself another master. Damn. Shiro can be pretty cold.
わかりました。マスターがそう言うのでした。
I understand, if Master says so. After answering in a quiet voice, Saber falls silent.